Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Justy.
And together we're losing it.
We both lost over 100 pounds by developing healthy habits.
And I also had weight loss surgery and used a GLP-1 medication.
And I used a GLP-1 medication and had skin removal surgery.
We're really passionate about helping people learn to live a healthy lifestyle by sharing our experiences.
But we're not doctors, so if you have questions, reach out to your medical team. And you may see our mascot Sancho pop up from time to time.
And all three of us hope that you find our content useful.
Welcome back, friends. We're back just before Miss Justy heads out to Peru. So we're going to squeeze a few recordings in. Also, I didn't say this before we started recording, but I think when you come back, we should do a recording about your trip.
Yeah,
like a Q&A on the trip. Like I want the download for everybody.
And I think all of the NSVs that I experience.
Yeah,
because you know, I wouldn't have done this trip when I was 300 pounds. I wouldn't climb 16,000 feet elevation.
No, I barely wanted to get on an airplane, let alone
right.
that.
And there's like a horse. Like if you can't make it, there's like horses or donkeys or something. And I'm like, my fat ass even couldn't have gotten on a donkey either. So
like, no,
I wouldn't want to do that to the donkey. So yeah, like, and I say my fat ass in all due respect to myself. But you know how we are. We're not that extra. So
yeah, we're starting this podcast out backwards, and we're telling you what's coming next already because it just came to me. I literally just my memory is shot, absolutely shot. So I had to get that out while I was thinking of it. But yes, so that, and also what's coming next then is we're going to talk about our 1 year of a Zepbound journey. So you got two things coming next after this one. So anyway, so the topic of this one. We are just going to kind of talk about our goals, and I'm going to tell you the reason that you should talk about your goals is because I'm like Justy, I don't remember my goals. Short of me going back and listening to our podcast, I literally do not remember my goals. And then as we started talking, some of it started coming back to me. So I'm going to wing it, which is what I've done with my goals thus far. But it is May, so there's still time.
Yeah. And goals for me. It's kind of like, I always have to have some sort of direction or a reason or meaning in my career, in my personal life. Like I even like with my boyfriend, it's like, I'm fine if I know that we're going to see each other next Tuesday. I don't even think about him until next Tuesday. Like I already in my head, it's like, okay, I got that, like done. So it's kind of like, that's what this goal setting is for me. It's like, okay, I need to be aware of this. I need to work towards this. But again, shit happens and your goals can change, just like everything with our journeys. But I think goals are important to have that, like, what is it called, like North Star or whatever that you're kind of working towards. But how you get there, if you get there, isn't the end all. It's like having that in the beginning and being aware that there are things that you want to work on. And you know, so that's what I'm doing.
Right.
Let's talk about my budget.
Until we get there. I feel like where we are in our lives now, we're not just in maintenance and weight, we're in maintenance in life. Like that's kind of how I feel like we don't have goals because we have all this major stuff to improve. A lot of our goals are just simply to maintain where we've gotten ourselves to at this point. So I'm not like Justy has a budget set for herself. Does she need one? Not really, but she's doing it just to be like responsible, you know, but like literally every single one of our goals is more about maintenance and not in the sense of weight or I guess you could say in health, but just maintenance overall of life, like to keep the joy in our lives, to keep the healthy weight and the healthy body, to keep the healthy lifestyle, to keep the healthy mindset. Like everything that we put into our goals, I think is more of a maintenance than it is like, I need this goal because I need to, for once in our life, we're not like, oh, I have to lose 20 pounds.
We're not trying to change something.
No, I don't want to change anything. I like it exactly how it is right now. So,
and that's great. That's a great thing to say going into our 50th year.
I know. Yeah. It only took 49 fucking years to get there, but here we are.
Here we are. Listen, I have recently met like a lot of new people in Charlotte just through work or networking or women's club or playing mahjong, whatever it is, right? And from a health standpoint, we're great. We're good. I mean,
Yeah.
and not to talk shit about anybody, but some of these women that I have come in contact with, they might look skinny, but they're not healthy.
Right.
And their mindsets aren't healthy, or
Right.
they hit the bottle a lot, like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And
Right.
we've all been there, but so I feel at our age to be doing what we're doing, having great careers, being healthy, really loving our lives, it's pretty fantastic. Good for
Yeah, it
us.
is. It is, yeah.
Mhm.
Because we talked to, and if you go back to the even just the beginning of this podcast, our goals and our talks were more about like where do we want to get to? And we don't
Right.
want to get anywhere anymore. We just want to be
Mhm.
here, you
Yeah.
know? And that's a great feeling to have.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
enough toot toot of our horns. Um, so I guess the first goal, and it ties directly into what we just said, is really just maintaining our weight,
Yep.
maintaining the weight, because we don't want to be, it's not like an arrival fallacy, like, oh, we got here, cool, and then you let
Mhm.
your foot off the gas, like we got here and now we want to stay here. Like, I don't want to
Yep.
gain weight, I don't want to go back to where I was before, so
Mhm.
now that we're here, let's stay here. And even though that may be with the help of Zepbound or, you know, whatever the case is, we're staying here and I feel pretty good about where I'm at there. I have in this year I have lost, I don't know how much I've lost this year, but I am back to my goal weight,
Mhm.
slightly under my goal weight. I'm somewhere between my lowest and my goal, and I've been hovering there for the last couple of months, so I'm good with
Mhm.
that.
And I think I started this out just over 200 pounds. I will tell you, I had surgery in September of 24. So September of 25 was a year. And it's now what going to be June. And I finally feel like swelling, and I know that sounds crazy, but I just finally I can tell it, like even in my toes, just my feet. I just feel like my body is like, okay, the trauma is over. And I've heard that like it takes a year or so to for like the swelling and stuff to go away, but it was pretty legit.
Yeah.
Not that I, wasn't, partaking in some probably food that I didn't need to be, but I really feel because I haven't changed anything. And
Hmm.
I've kind of gone down. Um, honey, can you shut that door? It's me. Okay. So, sorry, my daughter just came home. So I feel like, and I'm 180, I was 189.9. So I finally got to the 180s, which is great. And that's a great feeling. And I've done that with maintaining my muscle because I do the body scans. So, and I think it was 207, a year ago. When I started the Zepbound, I was 207 and I'm 189 now. But I haven't had to work at it. I mean, I go to the gym every day and stuff like that, and I'm mindful, but I'm not like trying to lose weight. I just am living and it's coming off.
Right, exactly. And you're still meal prepping, you're still going
Hmm.
to the gym. So you're not the person that went on this GLP-1 and surviving on Doritos. Like that's not the plan.
Right, right. And I've talked to a lot, and we'll probably get in this more with the Zepbound, but I do have a couple of my friends that are taking some sort of GLP-1. Most are like the compound one. I have a friend who's on the pill form as well. And I just can't tell them how important it is that you continue to fuel your body and strength train, because I there you can see a difference
Yeah,
in
for
people.
sure.
And yeah, so it's and I've stayed on the maintenance dose. I'm on 5 milligrams. I could have gone up to lose the weight faster, but I don't want to. I'm good.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna stay
Hmm.
here and do my thing and
Yeah,
not, yeah.
yeah. Okay. So if that's that one, let's go into our movement goal. and
Hmm.
and I we this is the one that I don't necessarily remember, but Justy partially remembers it and I partially remember it for me. um and I think it was movement of like 30 minutes of some kind of
Hmm.
intentional movement, not like, oh, I'm already going to do this, then that counts as my movement. It's not like cleaning the bathroom for 30 minutes. No, it's intentional movement. And And I want to say it was probably like 3 to 4 days a week, because I know me realistically, I'm not going to say every day, because it's not going
Right.
down every day for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's what I would have set it at. And if that's not what it's at, that's what it is now. Um, am I doing that? I would say weekly, yes. Closer to the 3 days, yes. I definitely am not doing a lot of it, but I am either hiking or walking. And that is where I'm just in that. And I was telling Justy this before we got on. I'm just in that phase of my exercise, because before I was going hard to like body pump and all this stuff. And for whatever reason, and running, and I just want to walk. I just want to
That's
hike.
okay.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm like, I just want to stroll. Like, and it's
Right.
not like
Yeah.
I'm going slow or anything, but I'm not like trying to beat a time or trying to like I'm not in competition for anything. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
moving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either dropping my daughter off at school and I go to the park next door, or it's like we went for a hike Saturday. We went for a hike. So if I can get a hike in on the weekend, that's great. And when the weather's nice, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done a couple of hikes. And sometimes it's just like, I'm just going to walk out that front door and go for a walk. And so
Yeah.
sometimes it's around the neighborhood, but yeah, it's a mix, but it's definitely not, it's not enough. I'll say that. I don't think it's enough. I think the maybe 2 days a week that I do it is not what my intentions were in the beginning. So I
Mm-hmm.
think doing this and talking about it lets me know like I need to step up my game to keep true
Right.
to my
And
goals.
and at our age, I'll say it 100 times, strength training is important. So, um, getting that actual strength training in a couple days a week, even if it's 2 days a week, is so important. I
Mhm.
my physical goal is to be able to do a pull up by the end of the year, and I'm getting close. I mean, I go to the gym 4 to 6 times a week. I teach 3 classes, so I'm already in the gym 3 days, so that's easy for me. And then I take another 2 classes, sometimes three. Two of my classes I take are like a mat Pilates, which is not easy. But it's
Mhm.
not as like hardcore high rocks classes, And then the other one is a deep stretch on Fridays. And so, but those have been, I mean, I can move my body in ways I couldn't before. So that's good.
Right.
From the pull up standpoint, so what I'm doing in order to kind of get there is I'm doing this assisted pull up machine, and I started at basically just putting my weight and pulling it, so it was kind of like dead weight or dead like even, and I've gone up 6 things, so that's
Okay.
good. And then when I do the lat pull down, I've heard that if you can just do one of your body weight, you should be able to do a pull up. I started at 70 pounds and I'm up to 140 pounds. So I can do
Very cool.
140 pounds just one. And so I'm getting there.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
almost 200 pounds. That's a lot.
It
That's a
is a
lot to
lot. Yeah.
pull up,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm getting there.
Have
So I
Have you
feel,
seen on Instagram Mary Bariatric? We met her at the
yeah. Hmm.
have you seen her pull up where she does the pull up and then she pulls herself up to one side? I'm like,
Yeah.
how does
That's,
she do that?
I
Oh
mean,
my
she's also
God.
she's
She's
also
tiny.
tiny.
Yeah.
I do think that there's a difference. Like, petite people, yeah, their muscles and everything are smaller, but there's just less gravity there. So it's not going to be easy for me. The same thing with like push-ups. I can do about 10 now on my toes. And I couldn't do one, 2 years ago. So I feel good about that. I mean, I know I'm getting stronger and that feels
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Um, and as I continue to slowly lose some weight, maybe it'll help that push-up be better.
Yeah. I just
So,
love her content though. And when I look back at where she was, because I've been following her for a while now, and
mhm.
just watching her like story, we should have her come on because watching
Yeah,
her story is incredible. I love seeing her story and watching her evolve. And she's just such a genuine person.
she is. Yeah.
But I watch her do that pull up and I'm like, oh my God, I can't even
Mhm.
do a regular pull up. So to see that, I'm like, that's incredible.
Right.
But she really puts the time in. So,
She does. Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
But also, let me not discredit myself. As you were talking, I was thinking Chelsea got a new soccer goal for her birthday. So I have been going out in the backyard with her and working with her in the net when I have time. So I'll dribble and pass to her, and then she'll take shots. Or
Mm-hmm.
when she kicks the ball, like, and it misses and it goes really far, I run to go get the ball for that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's movement. That's
Yeah.
like, that's not the usual everyday thing. That is definitely exercise because we're kicking and then we juggle together. I can juggle the ball 4 times. That's
Nice.
my max. She's up to
Nice.
7, so she's trying to get better at it. So in the spirit of her getting better, I'm like, I'll do it with you. And she's like laughing at me. She's like, "Oh my God, you just did 4." I'm like, don't ask me how, but I got 4. And she's like, I was just doing 4 like 2 weeks ago, and she's been playing soccer since she was 4. So
Uh-huh.
it's funny. But yeah, so that's my other movement. Definitely not strength training, but walking, hiking, and soccer. But
Mm-hmm.
again, not enough. So I do know, note to self, I need to step that up. Um, so finances, we're just gonna rip this band-aid off. I don't even know what mine was for finances, and it was probably to save money, I'm guessing. And that's not happened. I'm gonna keep it real. That has not happened. The only thing we did was set up a college account for Chell, so I guess that's a form of savings, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely not. I don't know. I don't even remember what the heck the goal was, but what I do know is we are trying to get 2 businesses to like grow, and we are not necessarily in the stage of those businesses where we're raking the dough in.
Yeah.
So there's been no savings aside from setting up that account for her. But I'm mindful of it. I'm always mindful of. I don't know that it necessarily needs to be a goal for me because I'm definitely mindful of it. But because Jussie had a financial one, I threw a financial one on there as well. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no savings aside from the kids' college account.
And so my goal was to do a monthly budget and to try to stay within that budget. I did really good the first quarter. And I even was able to manage a vacation with Codeman that wasn't in my budget, but I was able to manage that and not go over budget. So that was good because that was like my flight. My flight was like 1,200, and some spending money or whatever. So that was good. And then I got in a car accident on April 10th, and I've had to rent a car. It's just been a lot, and I just
Right.
sort of stopped on the budget. Now I haven't gone outside of my budget. I'm still saving the amount of money I wanted to save. I'm just not tracking it like I was. And
Right.
being more aware of it. I haven't been spending a lot of money on clothes and stuff, although I might have a few new things. But it was like, Lucas's soccer camp, Lucas's daycare for the summer, my accident, having to get a rental car. I got hit by an uninsured motorist. Then I was like, well, while my car is getting fixed, I might as well upgrade my bumpers.
Yeah,
That's
you
another
said you
couple.
were going to do it anyway,
Yeah,
so
I mean that's another $300 or $400, and it's just constant. Now I will say Miss Dolly's concert got canceled, so I got my $4,000 back that I spent on 2 tickets. So that is going into my travel budget fund, and I feel really good because I have a savings that I can get a year at least of life out of. Like if I lost my job, I'd be fine. So I have that savings. I have an emergency fund savings. I have a travel fund savings, and then I have a high interest, high yield savings account. So I'm not struggling, but for me it was just like I was spending money without thinking about it, and so put reeling it back and putting myself on a budget was really good for me, and I want to get back to it. And I was just telling Codeman last night, like, we do date nights, and he pays for the majority of them, but then every once in a while I'll like let me pay type of thing, just because I like to stay partners, right? And so I paid last night, and I was like, damn, it's expensive to go out to eat. Like it really
yeah,
is. I mean, him and I
yeah,
we spend $100 every time we go out. We go out, we do a date night every month, and we don't even drink,
right,
and it's just like, man, like that's a lot. And
yeah.
and so we were to kind of talk about that when I get back from Peru, that I want to get back on my budget, because it was a conversation before. Well, hey, we're going to eat in tonight because it's not in my budget, or he didn't have a job, so he was laid off for the first 3 months that we knew each other, and he is like, yeah, we're gonna, sorry, but it's going to be low budget, and I'm fine with that. But
Right.
he got a job, he's getting double paid because of his severance, and I'm just me. So we've been kind of hooping it up a little bit, and we need to reel it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's again why we do these goal check-ins, to be mindful of where
Yeah.
we're at.
Yep.
Um, I don't know what's beyond that aside from, I think, self-care for me. And I don't know if these two kind of went together, but I had a self-care and a sleep. So I don't remember if
Yeah.
we have two more goals or one more goal.
I don't know that I even have another one,
Okay.
honestly. Because I can't think of what the fourth one would be.
Yeah.
So
Well, anyway, so I do believe that those two were part of mine. I might be making shit up.
I
That's what
know
you
you
get if
had
you
like a
don't,
sleep
yes,
slash like not really
self-care.
self-care, but like time
Right.
for
Yes.
yourself.
Yes. Which I have been doing. Thank you to my therapist too, because she pushes me, but I have been doing really good with both of those, because like I took myself to the movies, which I have never done before, to just go by myself, but nobody else wanted to go see this movie I wanted to go see. And thank you premenopause for I don't remember what the name of the movie is. I saw Ducky. I was like, I honestly don't remember the name of the movie. I enjoyed it. It was a chick flick. I liked it. I don't know
Mhm.
what it was called. I don't remember. And this was only maybe a month ago that I went. I also, which Justy doesn't like to hear it, but I have a friend that I meet up with for lunch once a
Uh,
month. She's a Scorpio. You would like her. Her birthday's the
okay.
day before yours.
Okay.
Before yours, after yours. Either way, you guys are within one day. You would like her. But anyway, I go with her once a month to lunch, and it's just really nice. It's just her and I. Her kid is in daycare. I leave Hubs at home, daughter's at school or whatever. And we go and we have lunch in the middle of the day on a weekday. I schedule it out on my work calendar, and we just meet up and we have girl talk, and then I head back to work. So it's like, I know other people do that. I've just never been one to do that, because I think when you work from home, you kind of have the thing where you don't want to be perceived as taking advantage of or whatever. But think about
Mhm.
when you worked in the office, how many times did you go out to lunch there? Did you
Yeah.
leave the building
Yeah.
and go out to lunch, right? And I'm
Right.
like, well, but for whatever reason, working from home, I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
And I do. So I do that. And then I also really just try to just make time for myself to just do what I like to do. I mean,
Mhm.
being married or in a relationship can oftentimes lead you to just, well, maybe not justy, but for me, to like compromising to just do what my family likes to do too. But sometimes they don't want to do the things that I want to do. So I'm going to
Yeah.
go ahead and do it anyway.
And that's so healthy, because like so Codeman and I had a conversation about meeting each other's kids. Like, he hasn't met my kids, I haven't met his. He's never even been to my house. He doesn't even know where I live. I go to his house, but I have my grandson and daughter living here, so I'm not going to bring some man and have him spend the night.
Okay.
So anyway, and my biggest thing is, I don't want to meet your kids and then now all we do is based around your kids. I want to have us. I want to still go on date nights. I don't want to be like, oh, well, now she knows my kids. Our time together is going to be at the soccer field, because I'm not down for that. And I know that
Mhm.
sounds like an asshole, but I'm just not down for that. I'm
Yeah.
down for some of that, but I need Justy time.
Yeah.
And
And you've done that in the
I
past. So
did that in the
you've
past.
already done that.
I've
Yeah.
already been there. I've already done that. And I loved my ex and his kids. And when we broke up, I never saw them again. And my life was very involved in them. They lived with us. I went to sports things with them. I cook for them. All this stuff. And I'm not doing that again. That's not where I want to be right now in my life.
Hmm.
And he's very supportive of that. He's like, it's different. Like, I want him to meet Lucas, but that doesn't mean that he has to spend every weekend with us. Like,
Right.
no. we don't have to do that because I need my time. I have, 300 employees, a grandson and a daughter who live with me, dog, friends, a boyfriend. I don't have a lot of room for other stuff. Even
Yeah.
though it's his kids, I get it, but you have your time with your kids.
Right.
I don't need to be there.
Right. For some
So,
of it, yeah, but
yeah,
it
for
doesn't
some
have
of
to be
it.
like, yeah.
Like his daughter has like a play at Ubben's Auditorium. She's in like ballet, and that's like a thing. And I'm like, I would love to do that, right? But I'm not gonna just hang out at your house every weekend that you have your kids and do stuff with you guys. Like you do your stuff, and I will do my stuff, and then we can do stuff together. And these special things I'll be a part of. But I'm not trying to play like stepmom at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They already have a stepmom.
Yeah, true.
Right. So anyway, and he was I guess it kind of took him back at first, just kind of my honesty, because a lot of people have women that he's dated in the past have like forced themselves to like in on the kids. I think that's a way of like keeping them around or together or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. So
Right.
yeah.
I want to be with you because I want to be with you, not
Right.
because of, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so keeping your yourself and your boundaries, I'm still play mahjong, even though Tuesdays is a night he has free. I still do my thing with my girlfriends. I get up from
Mm-hmm.
his house at 5 in the morning to get to the gym by 6:30 because I'm not giving that up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just not. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah. No, and I feel like I've finally come to realize that that is important,
Mm-hmm.
for me to still do this, I do love spending time with like Isaac and Chelsea. When the three of us have like our plans and our trips and like we have for her birthday we got her tickets to see the Washington Spirit play in it's called the Queen's Classic, I think they call it. And it's in New York. So it's the Washington Spirit is playing Gotham FC, which they played for the championship last year. So it's kind of like a rematch of that, but it's in
Mm-hmm.
New York. So we got tickets to see that. We got a hotel room in Times Square. So we're taking the train. So we're gonna take the train up there. We're gonna
Okay.
spend the night there. So we'll spend the day in New York. The game's at night. We'll go to the game that night and then back home the next day. So
Mm-hmm.
like I love our thing, like the special things that we do together, going camping together, going hiking together, but I'm not gonna not go see a movie because I'm the only one that wants to see it.
Right. Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go see it.
Right. And it doesn't mean like, and he plays golf every weekend and he's like, you never complain about my golfing. And I'm like, A, I have my grandson every weekend. And B, if you like to golf.
Right.
Like,
Why should I take that from you?
right, like you're making time for me after golf and our date nights and this and that, and you're consistent and you communicate. Like, why would I want to be like, oh, you can't golf now because you have a girlfriend? Like, that's silly.
Right. That's so
Yeah.
dumb, right?
Yeah,
Right.
so dumb.
That's just incredibly selfish.
Yeah.
So,
But
and then the
yeah.
last part of that for me was my sleep, which
Hmm.
I've been doing really good at because I like even last night I was like, you know what? It was like 11, right around 11. I don't know, that's late for you, but for me, that's pretty good because I'm
Yeah.
typically like at 12, 1 o'clock. And I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. And I went to bed and I didn't have to be up this morning because we didn't have Chelsea here last night. So I didn't
Hmm.
have to be up for anything aside for work at 9 a.m. So I was like, even though I knew I could have slept in longer, I was like, but why?
Hmm.
So I took myself to bed
Yeah.
and I got a solid 8 hours of sleep and it was incredible. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely more mindful of that. We are getting ready to start ramping up for the summer with events and stuff. And some of that will keep me out longer. I know that my sleep may begin to suffer a bit because of that, but I want to try to keep it on track because I've done really, really good since last season of like getting that under control and getting like a good 7 to 8 hours every night. So I just kind of need to stay focused on that. But I know it might slip. There's nothing that you can do about it. Like, when you have to work a
Yeah.
overnight shift at the bakery, like, yeah, your sleep's going to be interrupted. That's the job,
Right.
part of
Right.
it. So yeah.
Yeah, and these days it takes me days to get like back. It's for me missing my sleep, my 9 o'clock bedtime, 10 o'clock at the latest. I mean, I get up at 5:15. If I miss that or get off of that, it's like I drank all night. Like I cannot function. I don't know what it is, but I need my sleep. I need my
Yeah,
sleep.
no, I'm with you.
And it's funny, packing for my Peru trip, I was like, man, it used to be so easy. Now I need my like arch supports. I need my Invisalign. I need to have my estrogen pills. Like, I'm like, what the hell is
You
going
wear
on with me?
contacts now. You gotta have
Jesus.
that.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I used to be able to grab like, a backpack and some water and I was
Wing it.
good.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's like I have
Yeah.
to have all these things, my skin routine, I have to have
Hmm.
my SPF. Like I never thought about that shit before. I went today
Right.
and got shots in my arms because I had to get vaccinations and I was just like, Lord help me. Ugh. But I think as far as our goals, so we're halfway through the year. No, we're almost
Not
halfway through
quite.
the year.
Almost. Yeah.
But it's like I don't think there's any that I want to change. I'm gonna continue like, sometimes you'll be like, okay, this isn't working out for me halfway through the year. I think I'm good. I'll get a pull-up done by the end of the year. I'll get back on my finances. Again, I'm not saving money and staying within it. I'm just not being as
Not
diligent
doing the
about it.
actual budget. Yeah.
Yeah, and what was the other one?
Your weight, maintaining your
Oh
weight. You're
yeah,
doing that.
I feel like I'm good. I mean, taking this step bound and we'll talk about that again. It is not an issue. My weight is not an issue. I
Yeah.
don't fluctuate. I mean, I fluctuate like a normal woman, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I gotta fight for this, not eating
Right.
food every night and stuff. I just am doing it.
Right. And
Yeah,
that's an incredible feeling. So,
it's an incredible feeling.
yep. Well, good stuff. So we already know the next one is going to be about Zep Bound.
Yep.
We've been on a year now, so kind of our follow up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then after that, we're going to talk about your trip. So
Yeah. Yay.
very
All of my
exciting.
NSVs
Yeah.
and more.
Yeah.
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 Yep. So,
All right.
all right. We'll see ya.
Well, yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.